Okay. Welcome everyone. Episode 26. I don't have a clever intro for this one, so I'm just gonna call it Adjusting the Torsion Suspension. AKA, make my back hurt more than it did yesterday. Are they going up? No, I should be letting it down. Wait, is that? Am I tightening it? Am I tightening it? Wait a minute. Fuck, I'm tightening it. God damn it. Sorry, Bronco. I'm an idiot. Oh, for Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay. I got you now, bitch. I got you now. Okay. Okay, I'm undoing it now. God damn it. You know what? While those threads are open, let me spray some WD-40 in there. I don't care who you are. You could be a pro at tightening every fucking nut and bolt. There's got to be a couple times where you just goof and confuse righty tighty lefty loosey. Alright, I'm just going to go down an inch from the end here. I've already measured the height to the subframe from the floor when it was off jack stand, so I'll know the difference and I'll do the math once I'm done. Now, I'm not sure if you're supposed to do a little at a time or just crank one side and do the other, but I'm going to do a little bit at a time on each side. Alright, so what's it on? It's on loosen, so this one's really loose. I'll get this one to where the other side is. I'm about 2.5 inches. I want to go. I'm almost 4 inches there. Alright, I'm about 2 inches there. Two and a half. Alright. So they're 1.5 inches out of these threads. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to jack it up, take the stands. Well, I don't have to take the stands out from underneath of it. I just got to lower the stands, and it'll. But I'm lowering the suspension. Blah! I'm lowering the suspension, so that's all going to change. Everything's going to be lower. Okay. So I do have to move the jack stands. Okie dokie. Let's see what the lowering of this suspension did. First, let me get all this shit out of here. Like I said, I don't know how much lower it's gonna go. Just in case I don't want anything underneath of it that might get all this weight in it, including tools. Alright, let me straighten the wheels. Alright, let's see how low she goes. Well, she is a little lower. Alright, so I'm what, 250? So that's 250 pounds right there. So, I mean, shock absorbers aren't tightened. I could probably go lower. This is awesome. It's definitely lower. I knew that for a fact. It's lower. I think I can go another inch. Just leave maybe a ½ inch. How many pounds does a Chrysler 318 weigh? $525. So, all right, hold on. I'm thinking again. That was what I looked up. 525. Is that the motor itself, or is that motor and trans? Plus accessories, plus radiator filled with fluid. Because you know what? Because if I'm... Yeah, I'm 250. So when this bottoms out, when I go like that, as far as it goes down, it's probably going to be around that when the motor and everything's in. So what I'm thinking is, I'm going to keep it like this. By the time I'm chopping this body up to drop it down on the chassis, I'm most likely going to have the motor in here anyway, so I could always do a mock-up. But this looks okay to me. This definitely looks okay to me. The next thing I'm probably going to do is work on this power steering pump. As you can see, I had to cut away the driver's side frame rail that I had made to make room for that. I am going to reinforce that. I might just put a little boop thing right there, or come around like this and make another tab on that to hold the pump there, plus the two default stock mounts down there. The one I had to get rid of. So if I cut more of that away, this will go back stock location for the subframe, and then I'll run a piece of pipe that'll come out like this, not like up over the A-arm, but more or less like that towards the camera and then down. And I'll make another bracket that comes down, and I'll weld, I guess, a bolt or whatever to that or something. I'll just make the third mount, because I got rid of the one, so I only have the two, but I'll make the third. That way everything's good. And then beyond that, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you what I'm going to be doing. I don't want to get ahead of myself and say like, oh yeah, I'm going to be doing this, and people who are looking forward to that, it might not happen until later. So, but yeah, I still have a lot of things to do. I might have to order the bushings for LeBaron to put here, and a whole bunch of other shit. I need to find bolts and shit like that. Right where that Sharpie is, I need to cut, so won't be too bad. Okay, I got the steering box bolted down. There's the 2 bolts there. The third was actually a stud on the subframe that I had to cut in order to lay the new frame rails. But it's a tight fit, but it fits. This is the only problem I'm going to have, well, besides everything else on this fucking vehicle. But as you can see, that's less than an inch spacing between here and the what would you call that, the shaft for the steering. I have the one piece, where is it? Right here. This is what went on that. I don't know what kind of fucking invention this shit was, but basically this went on here. Wait, does that have splines in it? Yes, it does. But as you can see, that won't work, so I'll probably have to cut more out of that. But like I said, I will have a support coming from the front to the back. But before I put any weight into this, I will have to do that. So I gotta really think on what I'm really doing here. So that's a lot to keep in mind. Unless I can do, I don't know, unless I can get rid of all this crap here, cut from here up, and then just weld a new shaft onto here, because I'm not going to be able to steer if I put that on there. So yeah, not bad for a couple days work. Last video you saw me install the shock absorbers. I tightened them today, so they're tight. I even put secondary nuts on them just to make sure, because I don't like that. There's like no lock washers or anything. They're just fucking on there. So I put nylon nuts on top. But yeah. So yeah, did that. Lowered the suspension, adjusted the torsion bolts, cut away more of the frame rails for the, well, it's not really a subframe anymore, is it? It's more or less my chassis, but yeah, installed the steering box. So yeah, what else needs to be done that I could do real quick? Not much. I think it's time to take a shower and sit my ass on the couch. Okay.